Alright, I'm live. Hello all, hello world. This is day 103 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Yeah, this is an earlier stream because I have plans for pretty much the rest of the night, so unfortunately that means the stream schedule will have to take a little bit of a hit. So last time I believe we started tree tiling, so this time we're going to continue it and maybe see if we can get some sort of an output out of something. Yeah, so I guess we can get straight into it. Yeah, okay, that's pretty much what I did. So we have this we have a lot of stuff like sort of, I guess, scaffolded out here, I guess is how I would describe it. Let's handle this real quick. Is there a way we can make just like a generic instruction of some sort? Because that'd probably be the best behavior for now. And then we can like figure out, stuff from there. I guess we can do like, default is make unique of type instruction. Let's see if it lets me do that. Oh, I can't use default. Let's do unknown. And it doesn't let me do that. Okay, yeah, fair enough. What's good, Niraj? Good to see you. What do I need here? I guess I can just like also not default this as well. Right? And then, yeah, okay. Where's the red hair? Yeah, I got it re-dyed yesterday. So it's supposed to be purple. It looks very blue. It turns out my room's lighting does not really like purple for some reason, which is really funny if you know the school I go to, but yeah. I guess it'll look blue for the foreseeable future. Actually, we should just default this. We also had like an unknown instruction thing at one point. I might bring that back, to be honest. Let's just undo through that so we can yank this. Can redo all the way back through time. And then we can just throw this down here. I thought this was stupid, but okay, let's just do that for now. I want a way to handle like unknown tiles for trees, so I'd like to have this for now at least. Just installed Vimium? Yeah, I think I tried using Vimium at one point. It just didn't really make enough sense for me, so I didn't keep it for very long. I can imagine people liking it though. And it's really funny because I am generally very willing to I guess bend over backwards to I guess make things Vim compatible even if it severely inconveniences me. Okay, what else do I need to change? I need to add unknown real quick. Yeah, let's add that. Let's go to like the toString visitor, or I guess the header for that first. Yeah, okay. So result is, or we should add equals, just add unknown, I guess is what we'll call it. Have you heard of OpenGL? Yeah, I think it exists. Graphics is like in this really weird spot where like, to my knowledge at least, there's not really a good framework that is like universal-ish. It's like, I don't really know how to describe it. It's just like, all of the options kind of just suck, and OpenGL I think generally sucks the least. If I'm not mistaken, you'd have to correct me on that one. Compilers is easier in web dev. I think to the right person it is, yeah. Like for me, it just feels more intuitive. For instance. That's it. Let's give it like this one. Oh, that has everything optimized out. So we're missing something here. I feel like we're missing something here. I'm not really sure where we're missing something, but I feel like we're missing something. Where are we getting... I guess where is everything else going here? Yeah, this is filled with to-dos, because I still have to implement a lot of stuff. The big concern here is it looks like... Oh, I didn't push this back. This should go here. Are you compiling it to LVMIR? Not quite. I'm making... I guess this is all completely hand-rolled. My optimizer IR looks a lot like LLVMIR, but I don't think it reaches the point of being LLVMIR at least. Forgot to add the instruction I just made. Oh. Wait. What am I... Huh? That's not supposed to happen. Where am I forgetting to add something? Oh, I know where I think I know what I'm forgetting. Okay, let's like make this a normal size first of all, and then this is all two-string stuff, so it's not there. It'd have to be in here. Yeah, I didn't add accept. That's what I forgot. Unknown. Okay, there we go. Web dev kind of boring. I think there's a lot of innovation to be done, but like it's in a completely different direction, I guess. It's like very orthogonal to like, I guess more like traditionally academic sort of fields of computer science at least. I think embedded is like kind of a similar I think like embedded is like kind of similar to web dev in that sense. I think like there's always like cool and new ways to do things, but like I don't know, it feels a little bit less groundbreaking in my head. Yeah, sometimes I like, whenever I do more than 2 splits, I like, it's all like supposed to be temporary, and then it turns out it ends up really permanent. So like, that's not a very ideal state to be in. Oh, I forgot to add a new line. Okay, it's fair enough, actually. What the fuck? Oh, I forgot to add a lot of things here, actually. I forgot to add, like, this thing. This is the new line. Or wait. Yeah, there we go. That looks correct. Let's try that again. Web dev has innovation, but not the same. That's awesome. I think that makes sense, yeah. I feel like but like it's also like like it's just it's awesome in its own way. I feel like it's cool just seeing like what do you call it? I guess like just like different types of elegant solutions, like from a system design sort of perspective. It just seems like you can like appreciate it, but like in a different way at least. Okay, we've got a lot of unknowns. That checks out. Those looks about right. Let's do SWE DevOps systems network as a janitor and feel a lot happier. That's interesting. I guess that makes sense. I imagine there's like a degree of fulfillment to be attained through that as well. That's like distinct from doing straight software things. Okay, we have unknown now, so let's go back to tree tiling proper. So we have this like tile template. I would like to I guess make this match properly. So this is a store tile. So we'd have to I have a screenshot somewhere in my Discord, I believe. Let me find it. Also, I'm getting pinged everywhere. God damn it. Okay, so surely this is in like my stream media? Yeah, okay. Open image. Okay, there it is. What does the job market look like for compiler devs? There's like a couple avenues. There's like a lot of it is like academic / open source, but or I guess everything kind of feeds into open source because a lot of companies I guess upstream their contributions, but like the big two areas that I'm targeting are like I guess big tech adjacent, so like Microsoft for like TypeScript, or like Apple for Swift, or like NVIDIA for CUDA. Either that or like Quant for just like straight up optimizations, which I think that is the most interesting to me at a glance. So I think that's where I'm like trying to look for the most part. But yeah, I guess we'll see where the wind takes me as time goes on. Okay, so these are the trees that I was looking at. Store is the easiest for us to, I guess, generate because I guess it's very obvious to tell when we have a store node at least. So I guess we can start by trying to map this. We'll just give it an arbitrary cost of like 10 for now. I'll tune that later, but yeah, let's see what this does. So we have store node or store tile. So matches, we want, I guess, store. So we want to, this should be a bool actually. So it's dynamic cast to store tile star. And I know dynamic cast is slow, but this is kind of just like proof of concept for now. Eventually I plan on using like an enum to do a fast dynamic cast, sort of. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. Yeah, so we take root here. This should probably just be auto, to be honest, because this is a putter. If it's not has or is store. Yeah, this is gonna be some really ugly code, I fear. So we want that, and then I guess we want to match the next two. So we haven't, what else does a store have, I guess? We have this defined in nodes at least. Best innovation and security, I guess that makes sense, yeah. Like it's really crazy just like seeing, I guess like, it's sort of like what I find cool about compilers, but kind of supercharged almost. Yeah, it's just like, it's quite cool in its own way as well. And I could definitely see another world where I become like, or like another world where I go into like cybersecurity. I think that would also be a pretty funny outcome. Where am I? I'm in store node. That's where I should look. Okay, so we want to check source and, or I guess we already know source and putter will exist. Yeah, we can just return true here. Okay. I guess we need to figure out, like, the greedy tiling eventually. But this... I guess we can start with this and then we can figure out how to, like, tile the entire tree at least. Yeah, let's start with that. So we want to generate assembly from this, so let's just steal that real quick. Oh, there's two S's. Damn it, I can't change to S. We can static cast this, I think. Oh, we can't static cast it. Okay, well that's just dandy. It'd be nice if I could store it, but like store. But yeah, again, that's like future work for me. So I guess, what should the assembly be? So we can do assembly equals, or this should be this type. Yeah, we can do that. So we have the store, so then we need to generate a move. I'm doing the temporary split thing again. Bear with me here. So we definitely did something like this in tree gen, I think, right? Yeah, we should have like an address somewhere for something here. That's not helpful. Okay. I guess this is probably a good... No, where do we resolve like addresses again? It's like down a little. I can't read my own code. That's not good. Resolve stack bar. Yeah, so this, yeah, we do like something here. Okay, yeah. We found it. Oh, this doesn't even help us actually. Let's just make a move. Like let's make a move by making a move instruction. Can I up arrow this? Yeah, I can. Okay, let's just steal this pile here. So you have the store there. So we want to move from what do we do here actually? We should maybe make like a register node to register thing. I think that might actually be very important. That might be a smart helper to make. For now, we'll just hard code this, I guess. This will be a, or I guess what does this even take? What type is this? Do you do practices like TDD? I did at one point. I thought about it. I decided against like doing it because that just seems, I guess like I'm building the, right now I'm literally like building the plane as if fly it. So it'd be a little bit short-sighted for me, I think, to do things in a TDD way because I think the output necessarily will have to change a lot as I keep designing it. Once I get to the point where it's like maintenance, that might be a little bit more interesting to think about, but I think like the extent to like my testing is like I have like regression tests set up, and then I have like GitHub Actions, so like blocking commits to main, requiring checks to pass before merging, like the very short list pile, I guess. Okay, this, oh, we need to add the operand manager to all of these. Okay, that's not ideal. So we can also just give this OM, right? Yeah, we can do that. So let's also update that constructor. That lives in here, I think. Or here, rather. I can do that. Okay, that works. We need to update this real quick. That technically works. I'd like to have a private field though with it. So let's throw that here. Actually, we could just put this in tile, to be honest, right? Yeah. So we have operand manager. Yeah. So we give it cost, and then we should also pass operand manager into here. Because I don't think there's going to be an instance where we generate a tile and don't need to generate operands. That'd be very interesting, and that's definitely the exception. So I think this will save the most lines of code, at least, and or be cleanest. Yeah, let's fix the constructor real quick. So we have cost, is yippee. Do this and then pass again. And then everyone's happy, yippee. Okay. What happens if I get rid of that? Nothing yells at me yet. What was here before? Oh, it was the other thing. Huh. Maybe we should also make this register like allocates of some sort. Or actually no, this doesn't take that. So we can do get address. So auto putter equals dynamic pass to address node star, and then we want root, or not root, we want store. The hell? That's not what's supposed to be matching. What is store again? or a stored node. Yeah, so let's try to just have git source and then yeah, we should have like git putter. What type is store? This is, yeah. So a store type, a store putter. This is not a store tile. What? The hell? Oh, wait, bruh. There's a store node. There we go. Yeah, we bought it out for a second, but we're still here. We're still here. Okay, so this is the putter. This should be an address node. And then we have the source. Actually, we should probably steal these. And then we can return putter and source. Yeah, so we can do something like that, I think. This should not be store tile. Oh boy, okay. That should be good. So now we just return that both of those exist, which is good. I would like to do this differently. Where are you from? I'm from Seattle, roughly. So I guess I was kind of, I might have been born into software, I fear. Yeah, so we can do that. So we want putter, or what does this take again? Base index scale displacement. We get base, putter, get scale, putter, get displacement. Alright, is that the order? Oh, whoops. This might be the wrong type. Base index scale displacement. Oh. What is? Oh. Yeah, this is gonna get messy really quickly, actually. Does it snow over there? It's been snowing less and less every year, which is just kind of unfortunate. But it is what it is. Oh wait, I'm botting out. 1 second. Let's fix this. So node star. Okay, so we need to convert this to register somehow. If there's, oh wait, we can. Wait, I'm tripping here. So we start with that. Let's make all the pointer stuff here. So base equals get base is a register. Yeah, base is a register. So on putter get base, and then oh, this is terrible. I hate this. we might want to abstract this out somehow. There's a lot of dynamic cast that is happening, and this is not gonna be fun. This is gonna be quite ugly, actually. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna have to bite the bullet here, I fear. In the meantime, I should also check how my fantasy team is doing. It's doing. Yeah, it's definitely doing. I can't say it's more than doing, but it's doing. Go up. Yeah, okay. It's doing. It's definitely doing. Okay, so we need How do we make this less ugly? We can do this, and then, so this is a node star, we want to dynamic cast this. I should probably just like enforce a lot more of this by design, actually. That might be the play. Yeah, this is rough, to say the least. Maybe we could do a little bit of this, actually. Yeah, so this has to be an register node. We can enforce some of this by design. Let's go, Jumpy. Good to see ya. Does this work? What did I change? Okay, that works. Surely this will not cause issues down the line. Okay. So we can even just skip that now, I think. And then we can get... Oh. Yeah, we can do that, I guess. It's a private field. We might have to use the protected keyword now for the first time. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. To that crypto. It seems remotely interesting to me. I'm not completely sold on how or let me rephrase that. I haven't learned enough about it to like be interested in it yet, at least. I imagine like if I learned about it a lot, I would find it really cool, but unfortunately I just haven't gotten to that point yet. Let's change this real quick. We can do that. Cast. Oh, this is also a wrong cast. Okay. This makes sense, I think. Maybe I should be like more strict with the way I do the internals of these, at least. That could be a good idea. Okay. So we have that. Yeah, so we have the base now. This should get a register properly. So we have base, we have scale. What type is this? This is a long. This is an immediate. Scale. We wanna get. Or not putter. This is, no, this is putter. So, yeah, we can just do that. Scale, and then we have index. And then we want to do displacement. Oh. Wait. What? Oh, index is a register. Damn it. Okay. This is fine. Displacement. And then we wanna, alright, this is fine, or no, this is an immediate. Index, so what order are these operands? Base, index, scale, displacement. Okay, so I like super flubbed that anyway, which is really funny. This is index, this is index. Okay, first try on all that. So we have all that. Okay, can I like change inside these braces? Hello? I'm mulled in at new of them right now. So we have base, index, scale, displacement. Is that the correct order? Base, index, scale, displacement. Base, index, scale, displacement. Nice. Okay. So source, this should be a maybe we should add like operand sizes to things. This is an address anyway, so this seems a little bit pointless, I think. Wait, this is a store. This should be destination actually. Yeah, we just have a size here. Okay, well. Something is not adding up here. We can definitely also reuse a lot of this logic, I think. So we have that, we have the source, and then we want let's rename that. We don't need that, but we can do that. Or wait, this is store source. That looks more correct. Okay, so we make the relevant operands for all of these. Let's update. Do you apply to some jobs or not? I've applied to a handful. I've been looking for internships for this upcoming cycle, or I guess this current cycle, because well, I don't graduate this upcoming summer, so I did land an internship, but for the purpose of the stream, I'm not gonna call it a job because partially because it's part-time, because like it's an internship, and partially because I kind of just want an excuse to stream more. I hope that's like reasonable at least. Okay, so we have that. So we have the address. We need to change this register thing. Oh wait, we can. can just do that, and we can take store source. We can just get name for that. If you get a job, will I continue to stream after? I think I will. I just need to think about like how to go about it at least, or at least like how I want to. Like, there's just a lot of things to figure out at that point, and honestly, I don't want to worry about that in this instant. There's a lot of like classes and stuff I still have to think about. So like, there's a lot of questions like what the schedule looks like, what the content will be. It'll still probably be the same, but do I want to do anything different with it? So on and so forth. There's just like a lot of unknowns. It'll happen eventually. You'll land your dream job as long as you have that leap of faith. Thank you. I appreciate it. Here's to hoping the hard work eventually gets me into like one of the big trading firms, I guess. So we want assembly. Move this. This should not be named that. This should be this should be the store ASM, I guess. Let's move store ASM into assembly, return assembly. Okay, first try. I hope there's a better way to... Hopefully there's a better way to build this, because this is very ugly and very slow, I fear. But this is all like a proof of concept, at least. If the store works, then I think we will be in tip-top shape. What time is it? It is currently... It's roughly like 5 o'clock here. Yeah, it's... As such, it's a relatively early stream for me. I'm just gonna assume that this eats up the node for now. I'm not gonna worry about the remaining stuff. And just hopefully this prints something interesting out of the unknowns. And if I run it without opt, I think we should get something out of it. Let's see what happens. So that's a lot of unknowns still. That's not ideal. "12 a.m. Your clock must be set wrong." Kidding. Yeah, that's like 7 hours ahead. Perfect math. Yeah, so yeah, remember to get sleep. Sleep is quite important. Oh, my fantasy team is struggling. Anyway, we're just gonna push that aside, not think about it. Yeah, I'm just messing with you. Don't worry about it. I feel like it's a pretty funny bit to just say everyone else's clocks are set wrong. Good night. Good night to you, and thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Let's print something. Nah. We need to... Okay. Let's rebuild that. Got anything? Let's keep scrolling, yeah. Let's do anything but use the debugger. Okay, so we have no matches. Why don't we have matches? Let's figure out why we don't have matches. Or I'm gonna assume that we have a store, actually. I would really hope we have a store. We're running without opt, so we definitely... Yeah, we have stores here, so those should be getting converted, at least. Or at least preserved in some capacity. So then... Is an address? Should be an address and oh. There we go. That would do it. Yeah, that would definitely do it. Following a book or just solo compiler deving? I'm mostly solo deving. Solo deving. I'm like referring to books here and there though, for like reference at least. Okay, so we matched but we segfaulted. That's not ideal. So one of these is a null pointer somewhere. Putter, source. This is quite dangerous to do without. Okay, we're just gonna throw in Valgrind. This will be easier. Let's see. Which line? Get name. Tile tree 76. So that's a register. That shouldn't be causing issues. How do you convert AST to IR? It's all just like hand rolled. I have like a parser generator because I don't care about parsing, but beyond that point, everything is hand rolled. All the stuff is on GitHub, which my GitHub should be in the description. Let me know if it's not. Why is that failing? That doesn't make sense. So the putter, or let's... Yes, I should store the state internally, but I think this will have to do. So we have a match. Something is segfaulting. I don't know why it's segfaulting. So 2 assembly, line 76 still, or at least that's what it was. So it's this line? Why is this failing though? That doesn't make sense to me. Let's set a breakpoint here. Let's run through a debugger, or let's rebuild first. Let's rerun it. Let's see what happens. And if it breaks in the same place, yeah, 76. Okay, let's see why it's breaking. So let's run it through a debugger. What flags do I want to pass into it? We want test, regression, input. Let's give it op. That's 0. Yeah, let's do that. Huh? That doesn't make sense off the top of my head. Oh, I didn't set up Harpoon yet properly. Okay, let's add that to Harpoon. Let's just rerun that. That doesn't help me. Let's catapult this. Let's go here. We can let's yank inside this. Let's just get index. Let's get him on. Good to see you. Okay, so we have a ref there. Math book recommendations for compilers. Yeah, I don't think I have books to recommend for that off the top of my head, unfortunately. A lot of like my prerequisite math skills came from the classes I took, so unfortunately I don't have any particularly great recommendations. There's a lot of graph theory. I guess everything you mentioned is pretty solid to at least have a strong understanding of, at least. I think like that's a pretty solid point to start. Let's step into this. Okay, so index is a null pointer. Why is that a null pointer? That doesn't make sense. Index should not be a null pointer in any capacity. I really hope I set index when I generate the tree. That would be very awkward if I didn't. That's not ideal. Oh, we need to worry about it when we merge. Oh, Chungus. Okay. This means we're back to tree merging hell. So there's a register. No, wait, we have consume. Consume should be correct, right? That's annoying. We have this a node. It's under register node, I think. Consume was there. The hell? What does this tree look like, actually? That might be a good start. Let's do printing here. Yeah, we got leftover output from the last time I tried printing. So let's run that again. What's good, Omar? I don't think I've seen you around, so welcome to the stream. Okay, so the first one is a store. Oh. Yeah, that would explain why it's a null pointer. That should be a null pointer. Okay. That is a null pointer by design. That I completely forgot about. So let's just jettison that. So store pointer, we want is there like a non-register that we can do almost? This is so stupid. Why did I do this like this? Okay. So what does this take potentially? I could pass in null pointers to this, I think. Okay. So we want base. If not base, then base putter base. Let's do that. So let's yank through that. This should be a ref. So we have that, and then we can do a ternary operator here. So if this is a putter, then we can do putter base. We can get name, or otherwise it's a null putter. We will just eat the cost of that. And I will also definitely try to abstract this out in some capacity. What's the agenda today? So like last time I started working on setting up tiling properly. So right now I'm working on implementing my first tile, and hopefully we can get some semblance of output. It doesn't even need to be great output. It just needs to be any output, to be honest. Okay, so index is also a register. So we have that. This is index. And we can do something similar here. This is, so if index exists, then we want to get index. Otherwise it's a null pointer. Yeah, I would like to hide this type of code behind something, if at all possible. This is very rough, but we will make it prettier in a bit. And I don't know what a bit is here, actually. It'll be a while, hopefully. Or hopefully it won't be a while, but it might be a while. Okay, let's keep this going. Huzzah, we have moves now. Okay. Okay, so this technically means we have some sort of a tile, I think. Let's... What else do we need to tile? Let's... I think we need to tile those, roughly. Or we need to generate instructions for the children up to here. So we can, let's steal all of the dynamic casts we did. So let's steal this real quick. And this, I think, this is kind of illustrative of, I guess, the biggest shortfall of what I'm doing here, which is I need to re-dynamic cast every time. Yeah, this really sucks because dynamic cast, if you're not aware, is one of the slower instructions that, or I guess one of the slower functions that exists. So I'd ideally like to avoid that one. Yeah, so we want, yeah, so we have the putter, we have the base. I think we should, let's take these two. We need those. Save the store. So I believe the source is also one of the nodes we need to address. So if this exists, then we want this design is also like terrible actually, because we'd have to splice on. We should just like take the list, I think. I don't know. I'll redesign this next time probably. For now I just want this to work. Okay, first try on spelling. So we can do that. Oh, that's not what I wanted. So that, then remaining, we're gonna push back. Putter, base, git. Yeah, okay. So I don't think I need to print that actually. I can also get rid of that print. Yeah, all this looks reasonable enough so far. And then you want to do the same for index. That's not the button I want to press. So with that. The source we definitely, I think if source is not a no putter, right? Or wait. So yeah, store source and then if. Or we can. Actually, this makes sense. Yeah, we can keep that. We have the source, then source. This is ugly. So ref again. So if that exists, we want to push back, store, source, git. Oh, wait, that's a register node? Oh, source. There we go. So some of these moves should have extra things now. We're just gonna keep this one for reference, I think. So let's make a let's just throw that in there. So that's our temporary buffer. Let's run this again, and we're checking that one. So let's yank this. And huzzah, okay. We definitely have more output, I believe. So that one comes first before that move. So that hypothetically, let's delete that. This one's on line 15, this one's on line 13, so these two are extra, which is good because we have things that it depends on. I'm thoroughly convinced that this is fine. Okay. Let's also get rid of this extra window now. Okay, so this technically works now. I'm fairly sure. We technically have one tree done, which is like really cool, but also you look at the code I wrote and it's really freaking ugly. There's so many, I guess, snippets of repetitive code. There's a lot of dynamic casting happening. Like, with one match, this match alone has 3 dynamic casts, and then from at that point, it's after we match those to actually generate code, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more dynamic casts. surely there's a way we can avoid all of that. Or even any of that, actually. Okay. So let's, I guess. I think this is fine for now. I'll think about ways to improve the code quality later. But for now, I think our plan will have to be. I wanna print things more prettily. Let's print things more prettily. If you remember in here, there's a lot of to-dos. Let's make some of these to-dos a little bit less awful. Let's unvoid that, or revoid that. Re-empty that, I guess. Label is fine. Move we can definitely do interesting things with. Yeah, so we need getters. That's the big thing we need for all of these to work, for all these prints to work. So I guess we can look through the output and just figure out which ones would be interesting to add for now. So I think push, pop, move, I think, are a good start for us to add stuff for. Yeah, I can do that. This will be kind of boilerplate. Yeah, we're gonna boilerplate the hell out of this, I fear. Yeah, we've got so many getters. This is quite ugly. I don't like this. Yeah. Maybe I should like redesign this so that data size goes into the operands, but it is what it is. So then we have those getters. I need to implement them real quick. Do these have two strings in any capacity? These will need two strings, I fear. Or we need a way to print operand. Is that how I did it in other parts of this? You have like Atom here. Yeah, this has a two string, so we can do that here as well. Okay, so we have two string, that's all we need here. We can default that, or let's virtual. Yes, let's override that, or yeah, override, I guess. Is that a thing in C++? Is that like the technical terminology for it? I really hope it is. Okay, all of these have two strings I need to implement real quick. Let's make this a little bit less awful to read. Unpaid role from an SF AI startup will come knocking? Yeah, it probably will. Yeah, well, again, we'll see what happens. I hope that's not the outcome. The unpaid part, at least. Okay, so it comes here. This is really ugly. Let's return $sign. YouTube recommended me this. That's quite neat, actually. It's still crazy to me that like YouTube is actually recommending my content to people. I don't think I ever really expected that when I started streaming. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the support. What do we two string here? Let's two string value. Or is there a hex string function? Oh, that's cool. Huh. Wait, what? Let's do int to hex string. Oh, this is a thing? Oh, that's so cool. Huh. Huh, interesting. I think this is how assembly is supposed to represent it, right? Let's look at Godbolt's output as an example. Oh, these are numbers. Yeah, these are numbers. Okay, well that makes things a little bit trivial, I guess. Yeah, let's just two string this, I guess, and call it a day. Std format. Oh, interesting. I forgot this exists. Yeah, I guess I could. I could also just like do this though. Yeah, we're just gonna concatenate for now. I don't. I unfortunately do not care enough. What exactly are you building? I'm making a compiler from C to x86-64. So we have register. Do these have a string? Oh no, they don't. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Huh. Can I virtual this again? Actually, I think that would be smart. Yeah, we should virtual that. So this we want. Oh no. This might be an ugly switch block. That's not ideal. Okay, let's. I think we can put this here for now. If we want to like abstract it out to the enum, we should abstract it out to the enum. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Oh boy. Okay, let's make a macro. 0w case register num virtual, and then we want Uh, we can do that. And yank word. We can just do that for now, I think. And yeah. So let's like, how many registers do I do here? Like 20? Yippee. And we have 10 more. That's so clunky. Oh, I didn't even copy. Okay. I missed this one. Okay. So that works. Very uglily, but that does work. Let's make a new macro here. Let's make these lowercase. And let's do 20 more of these. Okay. All done. Yippee. Okay, so now we can do some fun stuff here. So we want to return dollar sign to string reg, I think that's what I called it. The fuck? Or what? Oh. What? That's annoying. Yeah, I mean, I guess that works. Alright, is this the correct type? This is the correct type. Okay. We can keep going, I guess. So virtual register is the next toString. This should be a little bit easier because we kind of do this almost. Yeah, like that. That's all we need there. Address is not gonna be fun to do toString for. I am not looking forward to this one. Oh no. Okay, let's figure out what the hell to do here. We might need to do some gross comparison stuff here. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this one. Let's... How are these indexed at least? There's this nice post here that was helpful to me, I think. Yeah. And let's maybe... this is all Intel syntax though. Let's do TT index, or address format. Is your end goal outputting assembler or machine code? I'm hoping to link to an ELF binary. Or, no, not link, what am I saying? Compile down to an ELF binary, and then we will let, I guess, geez, sorry, I can't type. Assembly. Yeah, I will let something else handle assembling and linking, because that seems difficult. This is actually simple enough. I guess we could do that. Yeah, let's do this. Is there anything interesting here that maybe helps me? So I guess we can skip the constant. I think we need like at least one register in this though, I think it looks like. I don't know what is happening here. What? Okay. Okay, let's just go at it, I guess. Let's do stood string res equals that. We'll just do empty string. Okay, so base is a, wait, what is happening here actually? Or displacement. We start with displacement, right? Yeah, okay. Base, index, scale are inside, and then displacement is its own thing. So if displacement, offset only, but it's not very useful. Oh, I guess that makes sense, yeah. That makes sense. That's really strange, actually. Wow, wait. We could just make this one giant if tree, to be honest. Oh, actually we could, that could be interesting. Because the zero values are 0. And then the non-existent addresses, or the non-existent, this is stupid. Offset only is useful in 32-bit era. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I still need to account for that in some capacity. I should just if there are 0 values, I should just make null putter, to be honest, I think. I think that would be less miserable than having to parse through this, I think, for printing. And that would just make life way easier, I think. I don't know. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll think on that while I'm there. The usual applies. Don't burn down the house while I'm away. Yeah, should be pretty quick. Alright, I'm back. Good to see no one has burned anything down yet. That's a very good sign as always. What was I working on? Oh, right. This mess. Okay, where do I even go here? Yeah, so if we can kind of just leave this as 0 offsets, honestly. I think this is fine. It's probably better. Displacement, I'm gonna... oh yeah, we need to 2-string that anyway, right? So we can... This is not actually the end of the world, I think. But also it'd be nice if it was just null pointer if we could make it printable. Anyway. Yes, we need that. At the end we should return res anyway. So then if so that gets displacement. And then if scale, I guess not index, and so if index is, so if not index, and that, or we could, yeah, this is the cleanest way to do this. So if it's not index and not scale, and I guess scale doesn't matter here, right? Because it would be a little bit concerning if we only had a scale here. I think it's not a valid combination, right? Yeah, it very much is not. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 combinations. So those are all the cases we need to worry about, I think. Yeah, okay. So we can, so if not index and not, or not base, not index. You can have index only? I mean, I guess, yeah. But is that not just, I guess what distinguishes that from just base then? Official manual, got it. Oh no. Oh, this does not look fun. I'm getting a little bit scared all of a sudden. Oh no. This doesn't seem enjoyable. Okay, well, I guess regardless, I think it's pretty safe to, I guess, it's pretty safe to assume that there's not going to be an instance where, where am I? This only can be scaled. Oh, I guess that makes sense, yeah. The relevant part here is I don't need to check scale if neither of the other ones exist, at least. So not base, not in index. Yeah, okay. We can just go with this one, I think. Yeah, I would be very concerned if... Or wait, no, I guess there's not going to be an instance where scale is 0, right? Yeah, I guess this would... Yeah, this is how we should check that. Okay. So let's add little parentheses. We can throw this here, I think. Is there like... Oh, hell no. Well, this sucks to read. Let's read through this. Let's... I might be in the wrong section, am I? Where the hell am I, actually? This does not bring me joy. Okay. Ah. So just... Oh, I see. Okay. I'm counting to 6. That's concerning. Can be used in any combination. Wait, what? Wait, so then what does scale only look like? Yeah, okay. I guess that seems reasonable. This is... Ah, fuck my Chungus life. Okay. The what? Yeah, that might be a little bit out of my a little bit out of my knowledge domain, I fear. Oh, I need to worry about alignment later. That's fun. Okay. Oh, my fantasy team is eating good. Holy hell. Lol. Unique combination. It's just okay. Man, okay, well, I really hope I don't get to a point where I hope I'm not getting to a point where I'm generating code that only has a scale. That would be very tragic if that is the type of outcome I am approaching. Okay. With LE8? I guess yeah, but surely there is more than just a scale in it. Surely there's also an index that would make it make sense. I'd be very concerned if there was no base, no index. Or I'd be very concerned if there was a scale with no index, I guess. Surely that does not occur. I think that's a safe assumption to make. Okay, let's generate stuff. Yeah, okay. That makes sense, yeah. Hopefully nothing gets completely broken. Surely. Okay, let's so if we want base first, I want to add base. I'll do that. It's an arrow. Let's actually do this and then, ooh. Yeah, so if index, then let's add a comma. Let's break. This will break. Let's just oh, that super does not help me. Okay, let's just what am I doing? What am I doing here? Yeah, we're just gonna do this without space. Surely there's no space. Encode with an absolute 0. Yeah, I guess, yeah. All that's relevant here at least is just like what the string representation is looking like. So yeah, we're just gonna raw dog it. Okay, so if base, then if index. So it should be index to string. So then if scale we're just gonna assume that these are valid and just pray. Oh, I forgot to semicolon. NT. Okay, so we need to do this and then We want scale. Let's deduplicate a little bit. It's the correct type, right? Oh, I can't do that. Right? No, that shouldn't be null. Are we... Okay. What? Oh, it's a lowercase b. I might be bricks. Okay, so we want, if it's greater than 1, then let's toString this. And now we're like 100% done. So we should be able to just close that up and life is good. Okay, what do we do now? I hope all that's correct. Let's build it. The fuck? Oh. Let's just do that and like hope nothing goes wrong. Or let's move this. Or yeah, let's do that. Huzzah, okay. I'm sure this won't come to bite me later. Oh, I need that for unreachable. Okay. So I'm gonna assume that that's fine. We'll find out very quickly if it's not fine. Why was this relevant? I need to print. That's what I need to do. We were just gonna do move for now, right? I think next time I might just do more print stuff as well, because I think that'll be helpful, at least, to say the least. Yeah, we have getters for this, right? Oh, we do not have getters yet. Let's do that there. Let's... Okay, let's make a macro for this. You can yank word there. Oh, I yanked wrong. Okay, let's undo that. Let's yank that. And then we can tilde that. And then hopefully, okay, this does work. It's very, I might have fucked something up here, but that's not that bad. Oh, damn it. Well, that didn't work as seamlessly as I wanted it to. Okay, well, that really did not go as seamlessly as I wanted it to. Anyway, all the getters there are done. So... so we have that. And then we need to figure out extend stuff. I get extend. Where did I define this? This is in data size, I think, for some reason? Yeah. Alright, let's do that, and then oh no, this is gonna be a mess. Oh no, I'm not happy for any of this. Oh. Okay, let's keep going. So if it's not that, then so we're gonna add to char extend. That seems fine. All right, let's maybe we should just do equals here. That would so we do that, and then this does not bring me joy. So it's an extend, or if it's not an extend, then result and add. I'm gonna add. I get. Let's just get one of the sizes arbitrarily, and then to char that as well. Yippee. And then we do source destination, right? So or actually we could do this. We could like de-nest this in a very funny way, because the default case is just that's awful. I should do it this way. I should just do it the duplicative way. It doesn't matter. It really does not matter. Actually, but also, what if we just did it this way? Yeah, this seems paradigmatic enough. Let's just do that, and then okay. What are we doing now? Oh, wait, this is straightforward enough. We just source and then destination, right? Actually, let's just type is this? It's an operand star. Ah, okay. Forgot to make it public. Forgot to make it public. Oh, I should have committed something by now. Now I have to like do annoying blob stuff. Oh, well, hopefully it's not that bad. This is in the header. What am I doing? Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Surely. And let's build this. If this works, I think that is solid progress. Hopefully this doesn't look that terrible. So it doesn't look like anything at all because of segfaults. Let's val grind it again. Oh, it looks reasonable, sort of. Why is that a? Oh, did I fuck up the thing here? Should be a percent. Yeah, that's a percent. That's a dollar sign. Percent. Let's also get rid of the print output real quick. This is bugging me. Okay, well that is kind of expected, the way that looks at least. Also, let's add some like indent to things so we don't cry, I guess. Let's do 8 space indent. Or, not with a new line. Because, you know, that's the most important part of this, you know? That's absolutely the most important part. We might have to else this actually, for like character count reasons. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. This should be correct, I think. Anyways, let's see what was failing earlier. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Oh, fuck my Chungus life. Okay, let's So the move instruction, LR 41. Let's try that again. At least it looks better this time. That is significant in some capacity. All right, let's look at the. Let's scroll up a little more again. Whee. Okay, so that took up my entire output, which is really funny. So LR 45. Why are these? What the hell? Operan.h104. The hell? When are these dropping out of scope? That doesn't make sense. Oh wait, yeah, that makes complete sense actually. I'm not storing the operand manager in the thing, I think, right? Wait, I am? Wait, what? Oh wait, I think the members are not, so I think this needs to be a unique putter. Yeah, this might need to be a. That's gonna be annoying. Okay, well, these are fine. That's unique pointer now. That's fine. That's. Let's make this a putter. It should be a putter. All right, let's look up this. I think this would be easier. Yeah, this will be easier. Let's keep looking for these. Let's keep replacing these, because, yeah. What else is wrong here? Oh, that's really funny actually. Okay. All right, we got that one. This should all be putter now. Let's fix the header real quick. And magically all of these fix themselves. Okay, that's... Alright, let's see if there's any instances that I missed the star. Yes. There are a lot, I think. This is in TreeGen Visitor, or in here? Oh, this needs to be a unique putter. Let's keep that. Okay. There we go. Hopefully this is functional. Let's get a shot. Alright, I just built. What am I doing? That's still sec faults. What am I messing up here? There we go. How many days I have left to complete? This might be forever, I fear. This will be a very long-term project, at least. That's my plan. Oh, wait. I never do anything with the operand manager, I think. Yeah, this constructor is very wrong. That's not ideal. I should really be committing things more. This is not ideal. Holy hell, I've really messed up here. Let's fix this stuff up real quick. Okay, add part file. What was it again? -p. So what I change here? What order did I do everything? I guess. Oh boy, there's so much stuff here. Did you go through any textbooks or resources before? Yeah, I've taken a compiler's course before, so that's given me a lot of context. I also have like a couple of books that I've looked through, and am currently referencing as I go if I get like stuck anywhere. Where do I even begin here? Oh no. Okay. Let's add the operand stuff first. It's mostly just 2-string, right? Yeah. Okay. So trees. What do I change here? Oh, operand manager. Damn it. I'm thinking about discarding the operand manager changes because it just occurred to me I just did not construct it correctly. So it's definitely not that's fault. Yeah, it's not there either. Yeah, let's add partial. Let's not stage that. Let's stage that. Let's skip that for now. Let's skip that. What the fuck? Oh, I see, yeah. Let's skip that for now. Skip that for now, let's skip that for now. Let's add partial to instruction. We want to add the unknown stuff for this. And then we want to add our, let's go through this. Oh, that's not what I care about. That's, yeah, we want to add that. Add that. Don't care about that yet. Don't care about that yet. Oh, there's so much slush because of what I did. That's annoying. What have I done? That's a different thing that I need to worry about. I'll add that later. What the fuck did I do here? Oh, I don't want to add that yet. What I change here, I re-add unknown instruction temporarily. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Let's just commit it. Or git commit through. we're gonna do some gross stuff. No verify. Yeah, let's do that. we're gonna do some war crimes, I guess. I think I need to look through this now. So let's add the getters real quick. There's so much mess. Who could possibly be to blame for this? Yeah, we can skip that. Yeah, I can skip that now, for now at least. This is the actual tiling stuff. We don't care about that yet. I think that's all fine. Any getters. Oh, actually, did I say this? This is fine to add now, surely. Structure move. Okay, this cuts down the pile a tiny bit. let's go to the big pile. Is it this one? Yes. Not that one, not that one. Yes, this one. Not that one, not that one, not that one. Don't care about that yet. Yeah. So this is just some of the node changes. What do we change here? We register node explicit in address. Okay, let's do one more pass of this. Two passes actually. Let's actually add the thing, the big thing that we care about. This was a mistake. Why did I do this? Why did I make this change before actually double checking what was happening? Is there an operand manager in here? Oh no, there is. Okay, let's just bite the bullet. Oh no. We love trying to make Git history look good. Tree tiling, but tree tilting. For store, but I messed up somewhere, so we have a bunch of. Yeah. Oh, I need to format it again. Chungus. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this to myself? Okay, where's like the one format commit here? It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. There's gonna be like one random ass indent somewhere. There it is. Stuck in JavaScript loop and still learning. I mean, learning is always a continuous process, right? Like, it seems a little bit hard to put like a hard deadline on it. Like, maybe you want to like get to a certain point within a certain amount of time, but even once you accomplish whatever goal you want, there's always like so much more to learn. And I think that's also part of what makes software engineering just kind of cool as well. Finally caught you on live, big fan. Thank you. Yeah, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you here. Right now, I made a mess, so I need to clean up my my Git history. So we're adding partial commits right now. Yeah, that's my life. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Oops. Okay, let's. Are these all just operand manager related stuff? I guess it's not that bad that this is a unique pointer anyway, so that seems pretty reasonable. I give up. I tried sorting out the unique Twitter mess I made. Alright, so we've split all of that slush from today so far into 7 commits, and the funny thing is we haven't even fixed the bug that was causing everything. Yeah, so here we just need to pass in the operand manager. Yeah, so we need to take that. So we have that, and then OM is stood, move OM. So hopefully this all works now. I really hope it does. Oh, what the hell did I miss? Oh, I didn't update the call. That was in here? Yeah. Why C++ over C? I like having the nice data structures that exist, and I like having all the nice object-oriented bells and whistles, and also most of modern compiler infrastructure, or at least most of LLVM's infrastructure rather, is in C++. So I mostly just needed more practice with C++ than with C, to be honest. There's not much else of a reason. But the syntax, I mean, so what? Like, it's not the end of the world. And like, I'm gonna need to be writing a lot of C++ in my future jobs, so I better get used to it at least. Okay, well that didn't seem to output anything, right? Oh, that didn't output anything, nice. Any recommendations on how to self-learn compilers? Yeah, there's 2 books that I recommend to people to start with. The first one is called Crafting Interpreters. It's pretty famous for just being a generally fun read. I've only heard good things about it, so I would suggest that. It's a web book, it's completely free. It'll get you introduced to like programming languages theory, get you working with like parsing, which is kind of the inevitable starting point, unfortunately. After that book, my next recommendation is Writing a C Compiler by Nora Sandler. There are places online you can get that. You know what to do. But you can also buy the book. It's pretty solid. I don't think I've heard a bad thing about it at up to this point. Let me check Godbolt to make sure my output is formatted correctly. I hope this is formatted correctly. Are you using LLVM as a backend or just spinning by hand? Yeah, this is all hand-rolled. My goal is to like reproduce at least some subset of the LLVM infrastructure because that seems fun. What do we do here? We add operand manager to constructor to LIR constructor. What does the process look like for applying a compiler rule? It's about the same as like any other SWE sort of thing. So like the usual like OA/interview pile. The difference is just like what they look for in terms of like skills and like resume experience. Let's format this so it's a little bit less awful. Or actually, we can implement push and pop. Those should be pretty quick in theory. How many years have you been programming for? My first exposure to programming was in like, I think elementary or middle school, but I didn't really like write proper code. My next big programming, I guess, potential start point, you can call it, is in high school when I took like the 2 AP computer science classes. You could maybe count that, but I didn't really write code in my free time, so I personally don't. I would say when I truly started programming is when I when I entered college. So I think that puts me at, I think, a little bit over 3 years of writing code now. What's it gonna do? I was gonna make the print output prettier because this indent is not making me happy. So let's fix that for all of these first, actually. Yeah, we're just gonna do this the lazy way. This looks fine, that looks fine. Okay. Yippee, okay. This all lines up a little bit better now. Are considered writing a functional programming language to write the compiler in. I guess that does make parsing easy, but at the same time, I don't particularly care about parsing, so I kind of just threw a parser generator at it anyway. So, I mean, it's... The parser is the part that I care about the least, at least. So, it didn't really make sense for me to, I guess, make design choices off of the parser. Okay, how much time do I have? Low-key, I don't have a lot of time. I think I could probably bang out push and pop though. Those were pretty straightforward, I think. At least format-wise that I'm doing. I was looking at the Brown cheat sheet. So Brown x86 cheat sheet. What's something you think you can improve upon as a programmer? I very frequently optimize prematurely. So I'm like writing a line of code and I'm like, oh yeah, I can like make this better. But I do that a little bit too soon. And what ends up happening is I make optimizations and then like the code ends up just breaking. And then like I end up going back on a lot of design decisions as I go. And it's just a really sloppy process. So I'd like to prematurely optimize a little bit less, if at all possible. I'm also really bad at like, I guess, sticking to a solid like, what's it called? I guess like sticking to a design decision. Like sometimes I go like, yeah, I'm gonna do it this way, and then like 10 seconds later I'm like, actually I shouldn't do it this way, and then I go back on it. So ideally I'd like to measure twice, cut once in the future instead of measuring once and cutting 5 different times. Work is something coming up tonight? Yeah, I've got plans later tonight, so I may disappear for some of that, I fear. All of that, actually, to be completely honest. Okay, let's do a 2-string. Let's write getters. It's just size and source. This should be pretty straightforward. We can just deal with that. Let's do that, and this is size and destination, so we can keep those. Then we can get rid of destination here. These should be pretty easy to... These getters should be straightforward enough. Title makes me want to stop going to uni and do this. Yeah, thank you for the support. Keep in mind, I'm also in school, so I'm doing this on top of going to college right now. So it's very much possible to do both. It's just a question of what you want to commit your time to. You don't even need to like put in 2 hours a day like what I'm doing. Like even just like 10 or 20 minutes a day adds up over time. It's just a question of like how much time do you want to dedicate to, I guess, like doing this sort of stuff. My brother's building out of Omarchy. Ooh, fun stuff. Operating systems are on a slightly different level than compilers. So operating systems are like, I guess, I assume you have like some degree of, just like the intuitive definition of it, just like, it's, I guess, the environment that like your computer runs on. A compiler, I guess, translates code from one language to another language. Sometimes it's like, very frequently it's from like some sort of a high level like abstracted language, sort of like from C or like C++ if you've heard of those, down to some sort of assembly language. And then the assembly language goes through another program that I guess translates it to, I guess the assembly. Actually, never mind. Ignore that explanation. I just realized I explained it wrong. The operating system, I guess, like determines which programs run at which time, I guess, or at least the relevant part that I guess connects sort of with the compiler. What the compiler does is it, I guess, generates the programs to be run. So they both relate to code in some way, but almost orthogonally, almost, I guess, which is kind of surprising when I thought about it for some reason. Okay, we can speed run this. So size or destination. Any other projects you're working on apart from the compiler? There's a couple on like my to-do list, but I haven't gotten around to actually like writing them. I've just been kind of preoccupied with this and like school, which life, I guess. Okay, that's the getters. Let's build real quick. Let's parallelize this. While we build on one side, we can commit on the other side. Add getters for push and pop. Okay, it looks like it builds properly. Do you like reinventing the wheel or using already existing libraries? It depends on what I'm doing. Usually I guess like in this instance, I'm like reinventing a lot of the groundwork just because I guess my goal of this project is just like pedagogical, so just like getting a better understanding of like how modern compilers are structured. But like in other projects, like if I need to like read from like a TOML file, for instance, I do not particularly care about hand rolling that. I will gladly just import whatever crate cargo has, for instance, or like whichever package manager of the language. Okay, what was I gonna do with the getters? I was gonna update the string function. It's in here. It's about push. Oh, actually, this should be pretty easy. So push plus I get size. We can to char this. We want 3 more spaces. And then we want to add I get source to string. What's wrong here? Oh. Wait, what? That's a crazy outcome. Are you generating bytecode or assembly? This is hopefully readable assembly, I guess. Oh, this is not a thing? That's crazy. Let's paste this. I'm like speedrunning a little because I am a little bit time constrained. IT director right now developing his own game. Ooh. Yeah, that cross-platform support's actually really difficult for, specifically for operating system reasons. Or I guess not even operating system, just like at the hardware. There's like different architectures have like different, I guess, assembly languages. So you need to like, so then like if you go up a layer, they all have to like support those, and then like some of them don't support some of them. So then like it kind of like trickles upwards, and then eventually you get to a point where like you kind of just have to pray you have support for all of the functionality you want out of it. We can do this. We can pop. Size is fine. It should be destination. Huge fan of what Valve's doing. Yeah, Valve is quite incredible for the industry. I'm quite happy that they're doing what they are. Especially as Windows is making a mess, I guess. Okay. Did anything suck fault? Let's see. It looks like nothing suck faulted. That's good. The pushes and pops look correct. Everything else looks pretty correct, to be honest. Yeah. Cross-platform at hardware level is rare, but OS level common and annoying. Yeah, it's at any level, honestly, it's just annoying because you expect things to exist and then like they just don't, and it's like, well, crap. Like even just like at the C++ level, or like if you look up, so C++ has like an update to like its language set every like 3 years or so. Its support across different OSs even is very messy. Let me show this actually. C++. Let's look at even like C++ 17 features. There should be like a table somewhere. Maybe on Wikipedia, I think. Yeah, okay. So up top here are like the different compilers that exist. Some of these are like target specific, so like AppleClang is like Apple's compiler, I guess. MSVC is like Microsoft's for like Windows. GCC is largely Linux based, I think. Clang I think has some cross-platform stuff, but it's a mess. But you scroll down here, we already see some reds, and this is C++ 17, so this is like what, 8 years old now? So that's a little concerning. It's good to see that like most stuff is fine, but AppleClang hasn't implemented this feature, so if we're building something cross-platform, we can't really use it. Are you from CS background or SW? I'm assuming you mean software engineering. I'm currently studying computer science. I think my background's more academic than, I guess, self-taught. Refuse to switch even beyond 17. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. I guess like there are some like nice things that exist. It's all like quality of life from this point forward. Yeah. So this is like C++ 17. Let's see how 23 is doing. We've had like 2 years of this being out, right? So that's a lot of red to begin with. Microsoft is not supporting a lot. Apple is also struggling to support a lot. That's a lot of red, huh? So yeah, that's bottom line. It's a mess. What's the function of this code? Yeah, so I guess what a compiler is it's a program that translates between programming languages, and at the, I guess, closer to the hardware, I guess your hardware reads ones and zeros and like interprets them differently based on the combination of them. Whereas like on the human side, we're like writing programs in like plain text to some degree. So I guess like we need to bridge that gap somehow. So the role of a compiler is to bridge that gap specifically. So we take programming languages that are like, a compiler takes programming languages that are like human readable, human usable, and translates them into, I guess another language that, to oversimplify a little bit, the hardware can understand, at least. Or at least it does a lot of the legwork to getting to that point. There's like two other components that get from like that, I guess the human readable form of the computer readable code, I guess. Yeah, that's, hopefully that explanation wasn't too convoluted. Let me know if that didn't make sense and I can explain it differently. Translates what? You could probably generalize it to data to some point, but at least I think a safe definition is that it translates from a programming language down to like machine code. So like, if you look at my, I guess like my test input, so like we have these like programs in C. So like these are just like standard, I guess like functions. You can think of these as like copy paste building blocks here. So this is all like code. It like does some math. It might not be meaningful math, but it does math. And then if you run it through the compiler, you get output that looks a little bit more like this. And this isn't like the final form. This is about like halfway through, but this is closer to something that the computer can understand. Eventually, a couple other programs take like output that looks kind of like this, and then just turns it into literal ones and zeros. And then that is what gets fed to the computer to run. Yeah, C++ is like 5 languages in the trench coat. It's kind of just a mess regardless. Is this data that like a biotech instrument uses to generate like a reading? It could be potentially. It could be a program that like, it could be any program, to be honest. I guess like, yeah, so like, the code that like is your operating system, for instance, you would probably have to write, like feed through a compiler. It could be like code that, I guess, the code that like, for instance, YouTube is running on, for instance, not necessarily like YouTube, like not necessarily the part you see, but like the servers that like transmit data across the internet, for instance. That might be like slightly inaccurate, but like just anything that needs like a program, a computer needs to understand it somehow. So that needs to be in ones and zeros. So either it gets done like on the fly, or either the translation gets done on the fly when like you, I guess like there's like another program that like runs programs, I guess, or we do it once beforehand and we just feed the zeros and ones into the computer pretty much. Yeah. Okay, how many commits have I made today? 11 commits. That's pretty crazy. Okay. I could probably do more stuff here. More like the translation from the instrument readout. I guess so like the software that the instrument runs would be the program. And then, so that would be like the software that the instrument runs is like the binary code. So like the ones and zeros that I was talking about. On the human side, we don't want to write ones and zeros, so we write programs in a different programming language, and then we give it to a program and we say, take this code and translate it down to ones and zeros. And the software I'm working on is the translator, pretty much. I guess that's probably the best explanation I can give. Let's go for Night Gamer. Yeah, I got my hair re-dyed yesterday, so we are. It looks very blue in this lighting, which is unfortunate because it's quite purple, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I think I do quite need to go soon, so I think I will have to call the stream here. Texas crazy, keep it up. Thank you. Looks purple. Okay, well, fair enough. I guess like the lighting makes like the edges look a little blue, but anyway. Yeah, I gotta dip, so I'm gonna call the stream here. This was not supposed to be. This was not supposed to be almost 3 hours long. Yeah, thank you all so much for showing up today, especially if you've been here this whole time. That's quite a lot of time. It means a lot to me. Actually, it just means a lot to me that any of y'all are here even. Y'all's support is part of the reason that I've kept streaming, and it's just quite incredible. And yeah, I very much appreciate the growth and all of y'all's support. If you haven't already, make sure you sub to the channel and like the stream. It helps get my content out to more of y'all, and helps out a lot with the algorithm. Also down there in the description is my Discord. You should join to stay up to date with. Sorry, you should join to get pinged when I go live, because YouTube notifs are quite terrible. Also, the community there is quite chill. I imagine they'd also be willing to chat a lot if you have any questions about anything. And also down there is my GitHub and my LinkedIn, so feel free to add me on those to stay up to date with what I'm doing. I like your Vim theme, thank you. It's Tokyo Night. Learning potential is crazy, open source coder, yeah. That might be like a side gig I work on in the future. Hopefully in a couple of months I'll be doing like open source contribution work on stream, so that'll be fun. Stay tuned for that. Anyway, yeah. I gotta head out. Take care, y'all. Take it easy, and have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are.